Hi, this is the Univision News Market Report from Wall Street, and I'm here today with Alan Valdes from DME Securities. Thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Well, tell us about what were the major news that moved the market this week.
Well, this week, most of the big news came out of Europe. There was still concern over the Greece bailout with Finland getting involved. They want more collateral. As a result, put a lot of pressure on the German DAX, that's a German market, and that was under pressure all week. And of course, we were looking forward all week to Bernanke's speech today, and we thought maybe there'd be a QE3 and maybe not. As a result, there was no QE3, but didn't affect the market. Market still acted good today.
Let's expand a little bit more about what Bernanke said today, especially for the regular people who perhaps don't understand much about these technical terms. So in simple terms, what did Bernanke say and how is the market taking those words?
Well, at first the market sold off because the market was looking for what they call quantitative easing 3. That was more like give the market a sugar high, give the market some more infusion to keep the rally going, but we didn't get that. But a lot of traders thought that we weren't going to get it anyway, so even though it moved the market initially, it had really no lasting effect. Basically what the Bernanke did say was that he would look at the market on a basis of in mid-September to see how strong or weak it was, and he would act off those numbers. Remember, Bernanke doesn't really act off the stock market's wild swings. We have swings every day. He looks at more news and more data that comes out of Washington. And the data, although soft, it's not enough where you want to do a QE3 because it won't do anything. QE1, QE2 did help the markets, but it didn't help the structural changes within the data from the government. So he's backing off on that, and he's going to watch the markets and decide on like a monthly basis.
Let's talk about another of the major headlines of this week. Bank of America, Warren Buffett investing in Bank of America. How do you see that move from Warren Buffett?
Well, you never go against Warren Buffett. I mean, you look what he did with Solomon, you look at what he did with Goldman Sachs. You're betting against Warren's a bad bet. And the fact is the banks are much stronger than 2008. 2008, there was a balance sheet problem. They were worried. Now the banks are well capitalized. It's just going to be deleveraging over the course of a longer time, so banks may not grow like they used to grow. Banks made all their money on the subprime, on auto loans, on credit. Those things have changed, so banks are going to be more like utilities going forward, but they're still good. They're still important. Bank of America is a big bank. 25% of America banks with Bank of America. So they're going to deleverage over a longer time. I think it's a good deal. The stock's down here and below $10 a share. It's a good bet to get into, and Warren Buffett, you don't bet against him.
Now, let's talk about what do you expect for next week? What reports are we expecting in the economy? And overall, what's your outlook for the upcoming week?
Well, next week's a big week. It's the end of the month, so there'll be a lot of trading at the end of the month. A lot of traders get in and out of positions, either the end or the beginning of the month. But next week, of course, next Friday is the big monthly jobs number. So all eyes will be on that. That's the most important number next week, is that jobs number. Traders watch that more than any other number to see what's going on with the economy. This is a country that's powered by consumer spending. So 70% of this country is people going out there after their paycheck shopping at Walmart, at ShopRite, but they're shopping, they're spending. If they're not working, they're not spending. So it's a key ingredient to this economy. So we'll watch that. By far, the biggest number next week is the monthly unemployment number.
And what do you have to say about the hurricane? Well, depending on what happened this week, do you think that this could actually hurt, well, the stock market on Monday?
Well, it could hurt some insurance companies and things of that nature. I mean, things that are definitely tied into some events. If you look at a store like Home Depot or Lowe's, they may do actually very well because people will be buying supplies. But if you look at insurance companies who've already been battered by the tornadoes this past spring, they could take a big hit. So we'll have to watch where the hurricane goes, because some states are bigger in some insurance companies than others. Like Allstate may be very big in Maryland, but say State Farm may be very big in Virginia. So you have to watch where the hurricane hits. But it will have an effect, and obviously jobs, hours worked also. I mean, if Monday becomes impractical for people to come in just in this area, you could talk about 20 million jobs people just backing away from. So it does have a big effect, and of course loss of life is huge, but it does have a big effect, so we will watch that closely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was Alan Valdes here at the New York Stock Exchange, and this was our market report for Univision News. I'm Mariana Cristanchoan. Thank you very much.